What's up, everybody? Today I am back on Sunburnt. Chuck came over last Sunday and we got the ride height set, got the pinion angle set, and got the panhard bar welded onto the rear end housing and bolted into place on the brackets. So today I am trying to get a cross member made to bolt the air tank to. I've got a cross member where the spare tire used to reside. I'm thinking I'm gonna bolt the valves to that cross member and then just run a line straight from the tank to the valves. Close enough.
When he's lining it up, he's lining it up off the cut side.
That'd be alright. I'm just gonna mark it off if you want.
Just work it well.
All right, so Chuck got these brackets knocked out for me. Just kind of a simple L shape. We put some ends on it just to give it a little more rigidity. These are going to go mounted on the side of the frame, and the compressors are going to sit in those, mount on those, and that's pretty much it. I'm going to get these edges cleaned up on it. So yesterday we got these brackets for the compressors knocked out, got them bent up, welded some little angle supports on the side, just give it a little more strength. They're pretty sturdy. I think they'll be just fine. Trying to get the compressors mounted up. Got one just about bolted in, and then I need to figure out which direction I want to run the wiring. Just trying to get stuff laid out. I got the water traps mounted on the tank. Got the compressor mounted to the tank on this side. Got to do the same on the other side. Had to knock a bracket off. I don't even remember what that bracket was for. But anyway, got it cut off, knocked the rivets out of the frame, and to mount this bracket for the compressor, I'm using existing holes, so that way I don't have to drill through the frame. I just thought it'd be a lot easier, because drilling through frames sucks. Had to do that some on the front to run the airlines. But anyway, knocking this out, hopefully today I will have both compressors mounted, plumbed into the tank, and then I need to start putting my solenoids together and get them mounted. I don't know how far I'm going to get today, but that's where I'm at right now. All right, so there's the compressors mounted. I've got them plumbed into the side of the tank, and then my fittings on the front will be going to the valves. There is the brackets that we whipped up. Just bent them out of sheet metal and put a little cross brace in it for a little support, and they're on rubber mounts. There's the grommet I'm going to try to get through, and then run the wires through that. The hot will go up the frame rail to the switch box, or I'm not sure exactly where it goes. I'll figure that out. But I've got that done. I'm going to do the same on the other side, and we're going to end off right there. All right, so I got the cross member mounted, the valves mounted to the cross member. I'm cutting air lines for the to go from the tank to the valves. That's what I'm working on right at the moment. Just trying to check some things off the list and get this thing going. Starting to get a little more motivation on this truck. Starting to warm up here in North Carolina, so it's not going to be long. I'm going to be wanting to get out and drive it. So let me show you what I got. All right, so there's the cross member with the valves. As you can see, I've got a couple of the lines. I think I'm going to take those off and cut them a little shorter because they're getting real close to the spare tire carrier. Not that I'm going to utilize that, but I didn't really want to cut the rivets out of it and move it. And two, I know it's not really a whole lot of support for the frame, but I've cut on this frame enough that I don't want to take anything out that I don't have to. This is as you can tell, kind of a budget build. I've not spent a ton of money on this whole deal. I've bought this kit probably a year or so ago. Well, yeah, something like that, not long after I got the truck. Because I did not want to spend $25,000 on a frame, pull everything off. Yes, it would have made a nicer truck. I do know that. but I didn't want to, again, spend big bucks on this thing. So this goes to show you that you can bag a truck without spending the big money on the frames. You know, there's a bunch of companies out there that make aftermarket frames for square bodies. And I could have just swapped everything over. Would have been just kind of plug and play. I know there's still some fabrication to an aftermarket chassis, but I wanted to keep the original frame under this truck because I am trying to do it as cheaply as possible. When I say cheap, I'm not meaning cheaping out on parts or the way I'm doing things. I'm sure you know, some of my welds are not the greatest, but that's kind of my budget. I knew what I could spend on it. I knew what I couldn't spend on it. And usually on anything that I've ever messed with, you have a budget, you always go over budget. And when you're talking about 20,000 or so for an aftermarket chassis, then you've got to buy a manifold, or however your air management for this deal, tank, bags, wheels, tires, you know, you name it, the whole shebang. I did this as cheaply as I thought possible at the time. Now that I've got into it, I know it can be done probably cheaper than what I did if you buy everything out separate, instead of buying like a kit like I did, which, I mean, it's fine. It's not top of the line stuff, but I think it'll be just fine. So yeah, just kind of wanted to touch on that a little bit, that you don't have to be a millionaire to build one of these trucks. If I had it to do over with again, actually, I'd have probably put a flip kit on it and some drop springs and spindles, and probably just rode with that. But like I said in one of the early videos, I always wanted a bag truck. From the first time I seen one, I just thought, man, this is the stuff. And thought, well, this truck being kind of unique, I think it'll be cool. So maybe it will, maybe it won't. We'll see when we get done, but still plugging away on it. All right, so the other day we got the tank and compressors mounted. They're in their home where they're going to live, as far as I know. Just want to say thanks for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, all that good stuff, subscribing. If you're into this stuff, keep an eye out. We've got some more coming on it. I think next is going to be wiring and running airlines. So that will probably be one of the next videos coming out. But again, like I said, thanks for watching.